Let's see. Small being also found a lot of my life. The ruler's energy ripples through. Yeah, when you're working with these entities, that energetic ripple is going to continue through. A lot of people like to think that if an entity crosses your path, or if an entity, you call an entity in, the ritual's there, you do the ritual, you close the ritual, that's it, it's done. The energy's gone, the entity's gone, everything's done. No. Even if an entity, like let's say you don't even call the entity, let's say it just like walks through your house or flies by your house or something like that. Um, they will leave an energetic wake. And depending on the entity, that wake can actually last months. And in the case of a dragon, it can last years. There's actually a few people here in this chat right now that didn't even encounter the full auric energy of the dragon. They would describe it as only a piece of glitter in size. And that energetic carried for 2.5, almost 3 years now. If I'm doing my math right. So there is that. Now, in the case of a dragon, there's only so much you can do, because in the case of a dragon, that energy is going to be there. It's going to constantly be moving. It's going to be constantly shifting. It's going to be constantly helping transform. But you're not going to be able to get rid of it. You got to work with it. This is also why dragons do not approach close to humans, typically, without being called. They usually keep energetically spaced. Even if you see them, they're not energetically there. It's weird, I know, but other entities have this same factor, and this is also why we do so many cleansings. When people talk about cleansing their house, I actually spoke with someone recently where they were having a major issue. They had encountered an entity, and I'm not going to get into their private business here, but they had gone to the internet and Reddit and maybe TikTok and to get advice. And oh dear God, the advice was bad. But everybody spiraled into all these conspiracy weird things and everything, but no one stopped to ask them, did you cleanse? Did you do a cleansing? And that was one of the first things I asked them, because I was asking them a few questions, told them not to panic those things. And I was like, well, how are you even sure the entity's still there if your arcane senses aren't functioning, if you can't see the entity and you can't communicate with the entity? And they're like, I can feel the energy. I was like, that doesn't mean the entity's there. I told them that energy can actually, from that particular entity, I know for a fact that it can last a month or 3 months pretty easy. So I asked them to just do a very simple cleansing on their home. And in the meantime, I was going to do the things that they had contacted me originally to do. Newsflash, fast forward, I didn't have to do anything, because they contacted me within an hour being like, hey, Drake, amazing news. The cleansing absolutely worked. Thank you. So many people are unaware of how that energy can just stay there, and it does stay with us. And when we're working with them, like the dragons, for example, that energetic pattern is constantly there. It is there as a benefit to us. Now, sometimes that benefit to us may seem like a bumpy road, but again, the dragons will talk about growing pains. Sometimes change is rough. That's why sitting down and just waiting for things to get better is never a good thing if you practice dragon magic. If you practice dragon magic, be proactive in getting better. Don't sit down, because sit down just means they're going to go get the little wiffle ball bats and start bonking you with them. Oh, Maria,